Hope you enjoy this episode brought to you by our sponsors, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is professional counseling done securely online. For 10% off your first month, go to betterhelp.com/RT for relationship theory. Enjoy this episode. And I was like, maybe we should communicate more about what we really want. For us, the one thing also that was very powerful and still is very powerful that we say to each other, don't test each other. Like, if 19 years together, like, if you don't know by now how much I freaking love you, I've obviously clearly failed. But if you do, then don't test me. If there's something you want, if there's a way I can make you happy, know that I love you. I just may be blind to it. Talk to me about that and the hard lessons you've learned in that.
Oh God, you're gonna make me talk about this? Jesus, this makes my list of like most embarrassing things ever, but sure, here we go. You brought it up, motherfucker.
This was a thing that made you say don't test each other.
So I'm about Christmas lists. So you make a list of the things that you want so that nobody has to guess at what you want and you don't have to fake liking something that you open. I thought, man, people spend money on this shit. Like, don't they want to get you something that you want? So anyway, in my family, from the time I was a little kid, like, it starts writing to Santa and we just never stop. So my family's always on Christmas lists. But you're like, no, I don't like to do lists. You didn't say it was crass, but that was basically the vibe. And so you're like, oh, I've been hinting at what I want for Christmas for months now. And I was like, what? And so I'm like, what has she been bringing up? Like, oh my God, like I'm racking my brain. I'm trying to think. And I was dirt poor. I want people to remember that when I tell this story. Dirt poor, and I'm like, fuck, what did she say? Like, it's something nice, okay, expensive, what's sort of at the edge of my budget? What might it be? Oh my God, that's right. She mentioned Crest white strips. And they were like $60. For me, that was like crazy money. So I was like, fuck, okay. So we didn't even spend Christmas together. So you were in England, I'm in Tacoma after weeks of like racking my brain about what you could possibly have been hinting about. And the real answer was a watch.
Now, at the time, it was so funny. I loved the story so much.
It was not funny to me. I was so embarrassed. I was horrified.
The reason why I wanted to bring that up, though, is because that happened so early on. I didn't get what I wanted, and now you'd spend money on something that I didn't want.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we should communicate more about what we really want. And it was you saying that really changed things, because I definitely used to be the like, well, if he loves me, he'll remember.
Yeah, and I get it.
It's me. He says he loves me. So I made all these justifications in my mind, and then when you
time out, because it isn't a justification. What I want people to understand is that's how it works for you. So for you, you simply assume everybody's like you. You don't realize that you have, that's how you're wired.
Right.
And I'm just not wired like that. So like, I can't think of anything more stressful than somebody expecting me to remember what I'm supposed to do, when, in what sequence, what they want, like whatever. Oh my God. Like, the reason I have an executive assistant is because I can't remember that shit. I have my talents. I have my strengths. I know what they are. I lean the fuck into them. But on the other stuff, there are just certain things that I have to outsource.
You're very right, because I am good at that. So I just assume.
You take it for granted.
Right, and there's a few things that I had to remind myself. Does 19 years not count for anything? I mean, obviously it hadn't been 19 years when we had this discussion, but all of that is like, if someone has spent years and years really working on showing that how much they love you, you can't just then think it doesn't count on this one day because they've forgotten.
Right.
And then also, is understanding that where your strengths, like you said, your strengths and your weaknesses are. And I do want to see you succeed. I see in your face how hard it is when you've disappointed me. And because I know you so well, I see how heartbreaking that is for you, that you feel like you've disappointed me. So here I am saying, I don't want to see that look on your face. So if this is really a freaking partnership, which we've committed to that it is a partnership, I need to help you. And so in that communication, in discovering how you feel, how I feel, where we can actually fall down if we don't address it, we have changed the way we do things. We've changed our behavior. I now either put it in your calendar that it's a date for me and you. If something is important to me, which I don't want to deny sometimes, like if it's really important, just because you don't agree, it doesn't mean that I just want to swallow it. So if it's important, for instance, that you book dinner, you book a restaurant for me, oh no, you'll forget. So I've grabbed your phone in the past, put an alarm in your phone that says book anniversary dinner, because I want to set you up for success, but it's important that you book it.
Right.
So those are little tips and tactics for anyone listening or watching at home where we've been able to really reframe the way we think and then act in accordance.
Church.